Hey everyone, right, doing a collective for the week, so we'll see where we're drawn today. Right, where to go? Well, we'll try these ones. We've got Angel Therapy Oracle cards. So Bruce is with us. Oh, we've just heard something outside, so hopefully he's not going to start his barking. Bruce, come on, see what comes out. Let's see the theme. Let's have a theme, please. Spirit to show us a theme for us today for the collective, please. Again, a message to actually go over something that you think's already in place. Just recheck something, whether it's legalities. Just dot the I's and cross the T's. That's what's coming through. So we've got singing and dancing, and we've got express yourself and awaken your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. And it gets our energy moving, it gets our life force moving around our body. We're feeling enlivened, don't we, when we can move. And sometimes we can be all out of energy. But if you get up, if you just start to move a little bit, and this movement, our energy, which is life force and energy, when we get energized from, and it can be from different practices, how we're eating, how we're talking to ourselves. When we start to focus on ourselves, what makes us feel good, and look at things that don't make us feel good, because there's always an opposite. So let's not demonize some of the negative effects in our life, because those are our teachers. So have a look at what we can do to re-energize our body, our mind, and our spirit kicks in then. When we feel energized and at peace within our body, it brings our psychic abilities online. And we've all got these psychic, clairvoyant abilities. It's just that we've repressed ourselves, our life force, for so long. Right, so singing and dancing. I'll go to the bottom of the pack as well. And we've got power animal. Your animal spirit guide is a guardian to you and is helping you with this situation. And I see the horses as a freedom. So if you're feeling trapped in a certain mindset or in a certain relationship, a job, reach out. Our guides around us, our spirit guides, our angels, they're there. Call them in, because we must call them for their help. And you'll know when your angels around you. When we rise out, I know it's all about vibration, but everything vibrates. Everything. The energy is everywhere. Everything is energy. And when our angels come around us, when we call them closer, you'll feel your energy system change. You'll feel it somewhere in your body, or you'll feel it around. But we have to call upon them, because that they will step in emergencies, I'd say. But day to day, present, call them in. What have you got in your mind? What situation do you feel like you're entrapped in? It's like an entrapment, but we've got to start moving our bodies. We've got to make the first move. And this is where this movement, this singing and dancing, expression from our throat chakra, clearing something out of us. Have a good sing. The vibration moves the chi, the energy within our body, and we start feeling better. Right then, shall we have a moonology? We'll have a moonology to go with that one. And then I'm going to get the psychic tarot out, being as it's mentioned the psychic. Let's have a look. What moonology for us this week? We've got your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. So this is money-wise, running of systems in our houses, and I'd say in our relationships. What have we left unattended to? What's flagging up that we're trying to push away? It's show yourself, ask what you need, put your hand on your heart and ask, what do I need to do in this situation? And when we ask our heart energy, you get the answer. If it's all up in our heads, we get analysing what can go wrong. Oh no, I can't do that because the last one. Ask your heart, centered heart energy, what do I need to make practical? So we've got the full moon shining light on practicalities around the home, around our financial, and around it's the stability of our home, but it's our home is us, isn't it? Our body's our home as well. So it is looking about lifting our energy and starting moving. Anything else, please? And we've got luck is on your side, new moon in Sagittarius. So this is the bow and arrow, and it's there for us to make new starts, to expand our mind, looking over, and it's ruled by Jupiter. This is expansion in the most highest. So what is it that you feel that you've been unlucky with? What do you always say? It always happens to me. This is to reframe how we talk to ourselves about luck, unluckiness, and about what do we need? We need to make a move. We need to make a move for things to change. So if we're sitting in an energy saying it always happens to me, why does it always happen to you? Because we sit there. We can moan about it. We can blame others. We can get into victim mindset. It always happens to me. If they hadn't done that, this is the time to take responsibility. Practicality as well. And it's saying, once you do, the luck's on your side because you've put that energy, that intention of what you want to practically change. So it's kickstarting the energy within us. And it's when we kickstart that energy, what the energy that comes through, we awaken our spirit. And it's spirit, it comes online. And it can lie dormant. Our ego can just take over, and we need our ego to live in this world. But if we're over avaricious, gotta get the next thing to feel good, and then you have it, and then you say, oh no, you're back on your phone ordering something else, and I've done this. You can't wait for it to come, then it comes, and you think, This is looking at our finances as well, and knowing, really, money can help, but it doesn't exude happiness. It's fleeting, isn't it? Right, let's have a look. Right, I did say we're going to get the psychic tarot out. So we'll have one. You okay, Bruce? You okay? We'll have one at the psychic tarot. Let's have one for guidance for the week to come. We have some guidance, please. Right, yeah, mental conflict. So there's definitely some conflict. We're splitting things, and it might be that we're trying to do everything. And when we try to do this, I'm one of that. When we try to do everything, nothing seems to get done. And that is saying, get things practical. Even if we've got to write a list, and I can write a list and probably not stick to it, I'll go totally off, you know. And I'll start things. I'll start all these different paths, but I'm lucky in a way that they're all leading to one thing. So mental conflict, if somebody's upset you in some way and you feel like, or you've had a breakup and you feel like you're you know, they've took a part of you with them. With the energy, yeah, we can feel like we've lost certain parts, can't we? If you have breakups or something major happens, we can feel like all deflated and feel like nothing's going to change. But we need to kickstart ourselves. If we're in a place where we're doing the same thing and it can be detrimental to our health, our well-being, our body, it's us who's got to start and make a change. But there we go. There's two minds. That's and you could be in two minds over something, and it could be going backwards and forwards, backwards and forwards. That's where we come to the heart energy. Ask your heart, and that's where spirit lies, and that's where we get the wisdom. So we'll have another one of those. Let's have another psychic tarot. Psychic tarot. So there's some decision, and I think it's around the home. It's around the home. And we've got trapped in fear. Yeah, so there's definitely an energy of being trapped, feeling like you're trapped. And we can feel trapped by our own thoughts. And if we're in a relationship where we can feel trapped by another person's energy, that can be quite difficult because it's like a habit that's got to be broken. But we've all got our own bow and arrow. So it's coming back, taking control. And in certain situations, it can feel like you just can't. And that's where we can reach out. That's when we need to reach out, maybe, to somebody else. If we feel like we're trapped in this mental conflict. So if there's somebody out there, know that there's always somebody who'll step in. Don't feel isolated. And I think we can feel isolated and lonely at times. And the person who looks like they've got it all, they could go home and they could be crying all night. We never know. So prejudging people, it just doesn't ring true. So we've got this beautiful one. Prosperity begins. There you go. Prosperity begins when we plant that seed of our growth. And we've all got to start with ourselves. And we've got to start that seed off for it to start to grow. Because if we're not planting new seeds, we're not going to have new opportunities, new ways of seeing life. Bruce, please. Bruce. Right, let's have another one. So we've got obstacles and challenges. So this reading is, if this is you're feeling a bit overwhelmed at the moment, and you feel like if you carry on, there's going to be failure ahead. We've got to come back. We need some advice, don't we? And the best advice is from our heart space. We know the answers. We do know the answers, and it's facing the answers. And that's where we stumble, isn't it? We know what's not working. If there's something that's not working, we know what's not working. And then we've got this solitude card. This is taking time out, maybe reassessing, not leaving it to the new year. It's an open book. And I think opening up, and this could be to open up to somebody, because the book is facing. So if you're feeling on your own, this is about solitude. This is feeling like no matter what you do, you feel alone, whichever. And this is telling you, open up to somebody and ask their advice, and they will step in ask your angels coming in. And we need practical help as well, don't we? Along with spiritual help. So this is open up. You may find that you'll come across somebody who you will be able to open up to. So hopefully that's what that card is. Right, shall we finish with a, let's have a look. We'll finish with one of these angel. So quite a deep reading, really. But you've got the prosperity that begins, but where you've got to plant that seed. And if you're in a space where you feel powerless, open up to somebody. And we've got Caressa, and it says you're at the end of a cycle in your life. Call upon your angels to comfort you and to guide you to your next step. Happiness awaits. So we have got this prosperity. So whatever you're going through now goes in cycles. And there'll have been a time in your life where you felt great. And that time will come again. Sometimes we have to go down into the depths. And sometimes, as much as we don't want to think it, they're lessons to us. And they equip us. They give us the equipment to help others in future. Because once you've experienced a certain part of life, you've had the experience, you can talk to somebody without no judgment, and you can feel how they're feeling because you resonate. So you may be one that's stepping in to help somebody this week. You may be the one that brings this energy back to somebody where they can see an enlightened future, something that lifts their spirits. So you could be that person. You could be reaching out to somebody. And we've got this power animal, and this is the freedom. Maybe this is you going to somebody's aid to free their mind of this conflict, what they may be going through. So if you put the person that's going through this and you feel all twisted inside, and this is the time to open up. And if you can see somebody struggling, maybe this is the time to move and let them speak, because some people just need that little prompt. And it don't mean to overdo it and say, come on, you got to tell me, this is maybe bring a conversation up where if you sort of know what's going on and you've had the experience, you could say, I can remember when I was in this position and I just couldn't see a way out. So this could be, you could be the one going. You could be, and I'm getting like the herald, and that reminds me of the herald angels, isn't it? So you could be going to somebody else's call. You could feel the pull towards them. So right, shall we? Where shall we go? I'm going to finish off. I'm going to finish off with this angel therapy pack. And we've got the base chakra, and it says choose only positive thoughts to describe your home, career and finances, as your words determine your outcome. So it's rephrasing, and it can be just totally impossible at times, but everything's got a flip side. Everything's got a flip side. So there's a way, there's your will, and the spirit what kicks in, and we all are a fragment, a spark of the design. The design, where did that come from? The design. So yeah, I was going to say divine, but we are the ones that design our life through spirit, through inspiration. We're the designers, we're the magician. So take back your power. Don't feel powerless. You've got the power to make a difference, because you are different. We're all different, and that's what makes everything so beautiful. Because if we were all the same, imagine we'd be like robots. So have a great week ahead, and it's time to address things that we need to put some new seeds down to change. And we all need to do this. We all need a refreshing energy. So have a great week ahead, and I'll see you soon. Bye.